Clearly the end game, the only end game for Brain Tumour Research, the charity, is to find a cure for brain tumours, and we believe that the way we will achieve that is through dedicated research centres like the one here at Plymouth University. That's the way that we're going to push this forward. That's the way that we will make a difference, because ultimately cancer will lose and people will win.
My name's Benjamin Mee. I'm director at Dartmoor Zoo, and in 2007 I lost my wife Catherine, aged 40, to an aggressive brain tumour. Over the last few years I've decided to act as an ambassador for Brain Tumour Research, which is an umbrella group of charities bringing funding to this underfunded area.
My name's April Watkins and I'm 23. When I came to uni in my first year, which I was 18 at the time, I was diagnosed with a brain tumour. I get taken up to a ward and I'd only met my friend for 2 months. I'm a brand new fresher, just moved in with her. And the doctor comes around and he said, got an abnormality in your brain. I was like, oh. And he said, we need to operate on you now. And I looked at him and I said, I'm going to die. And he said, if you don't let me operate on you in the next half an hour. And they did tests on and it came back to be a cancerous tumour. It was a medulloblastoma grade 4. So then they said, well, you know, it's not going to end here. You're going to have treatment, which then meant I had 6 bouts of chemotherapy, 5 weeks of double dose radiotherapy, and then a year of maintenance chemotherapy.
My name's Hugh Adams. I'm the head of national campaigns for the charity Brain Tumour Research. It's really key to our strategy to establish dedicated research centres, and we're absolutely delighted to be collaborating with Plymouth University here, because we believe they have an exceptional setup, and we're delighted to introduce this fundraising partnership where together we're going to get closer to funding the fight and finding a cure for brain tumours.
I am Professor Oliver Hannemann. I lead the Southwest team which runs the Excellence Centre of Low-Grade Brain Tumours. Brain Tumour Research and Plymouth University partnership, I think, is a very important partnership because it raises awareness of funding for brain tumours, the lack of funding for brain tumours, and provides the necessary funding to do this research.
It's the work that Professor Hannemann is undertaking in understanding low-grade brain tumours that was of specific interest to us, and that's why we're so delighted to be working alongside him.
Plymouth University team, and we are a team, clinicians, researchers, marketing, working with Brain Tumour Research to raise the awareness and get the funds. That's amazing.
I've been really fortunate. I've had a great opportunity to look at the work that Professor Hannemann's undertaking at the John Ball Centre. It's a world-class facilities. We're absolutely delighted to be working alongside Plymouth University with this, and we would welcome anyone who wants to get involved to see what world-class brain tumour research looks like to visit the John Ball Centre and see the work that's being undertaken there.
As an ambassador for Brain Tumour Research, I felt I had to come and actually see some of the research that goes on, and I've met Professor Hannemann a few times, and he's invited me down to the building, and I've finally taken him up on it and got to see the work firsthand. And it's somehow, some of it's as I was expecting and some of it completely different. I was really interested to see actual samples of actual brain tumours that are being, you know, kept in little petri dishes and grown in cultures, and then that's analysed in really expensive bits of equipment. It's really, it's totally cutting edge. You get that feeling that everything is absolutely cutting edge and everyone in there is as, you know, sharp as a pin. There are several different centres of excellence in brain tumour research around the country, and Plymouth University is focusing very much on the growth and development of the low-grade tumours to enhance understanding, which can then be applied more broadly. And although my wife succumbed to a high-grade tumour, I've had lots of talks with Oliver about how important all the different pieces of the puzzle are to fit in together, and it's great that Plymouth University is in a position to play its part in the overall picture of brain tumour research around the country.
I could have lost my speech, I could have had to learn to walk again, learn to talk again, but luckily for me, somehow I managed to have the best surgery at Derriford Hospital and then the best treatment at the Royal Marsden in Sutton, and here I am, able to tell my story and tell it with confidence that I think research is key to a brain tumour and the success of staying alive.
There is hope afterwards, and there's certainly, I see light at the end of the tunnel, and I think that that's a message that we can put out there.
I've had a brain tumour. I've sort of sat there at the age of 18 thinking, I might die. Why am I thinking about dying when I'm 18? Research means people like me get to live a life, a full life.
I've met a lot of people with brain tumours or their families, and I understand very much what they're going through. And there's this tremendous feeling of isolation and that nothing's being done. Whereas now there's a much more positive message that things are being done right here on our doorstep.
I remember one of the first books I read about brain tumours was written by a BBC journalist called Ivan Noble, who died at 37, and his key point was eventually cancer will lose, people will win.